Hey there, everybody. This is Adam Zundel from the Mountain East Conference. Pleased to be joined here by the head coach at the University of Charleston, Chris Grassie. Coach, how are you today?
Good. How are you doing, Adam?
Good. If you could, I know you guys got a little bit of a jump start on the season with that trip to Canada. Tell us how that went.
Oh, it was a great experience. We went up to Canada, took the guys up. We try and do something every year, whether we're going away to preseason, whether we schedule the first couple of games of the season somewhere else. We've gone to New York, we've gone to DC. And this year, I think it was great to take them out to Canada. We went to see Niagara Falls, with Toronto, and Montreal. So 3 great cities there, and lots of stuff to do, lots of time for bonding to take place. And we got to play, TFC, Montreal, Impact. We got to play, some reserve teams, some very good youth players in those organisations as well. So it was a very, very good test for us, and it kind of helped us. It did help us get a jump start on the season.
I know it's probably going to be 50-50. Maybe that's your answer, but did you get better in terms of being together on the field, or did you get better in terms of being together off the field?
I think we definitely got better on the field. Last spring was really great for us. We did really well. We played like 4 Division 1 teams and beat them all. The guys went away skiing together, then they went away on spring break together. So that, I think, combination of playing well on the field and having trips and stuff together off the field really helped. And I think this kind of just started bringing back some of that feeling, some of that connectivity with each other after the long summer away and not playing soccer together.
What about, I think you guys are playing probably your best, not that you were ever playing poor soccer, but probably your best at the end of the year. So tell me a little bit about that momentum, playing really well at the end of the year and then in the spring. And now, how excited are you to get started with 2014?
I'm very, very excited. We're very, very happy with the recruits that we brought in and where the guys are. Last year, we had a lot of sophomores on the team, and I hate to sort of just say, okay, all sophomores are going to have terrible years, but we did have some growing pains with a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. And this year we have a lot of guys who are, juniors and a few sophomores there. And I'm excited to see how they've matured as a team, how they're starting to buy into the philosophy more, how they've gelled together. We have so many different nationalities in our program that, it just takes time throwing them all together in August, really 1 week of preseason before school starts, and then trying to expect them to get it, to respect each other, to play together, to adapt the different styles of Northern European style versus a South American style in a week. And now we've been together with the majority of these guys for, let's say they've been together for a year now. So it's really starting to see the benefits of that.
Tell me about how you're going to implement. You do have a lot of returners back, and one of the good things, or one of the necessary things in college soccer is depth. How are you bringing maybe some of the new players and integrating them and building that depth?
Well, we've done we have a large roster this year. We've started a JV team, a reserve team, trying to develop some players, trying to get more local kids on the team that we can bring through. But with the first team guys, with the guys who are really competing for time in MEC games and against the PSAC, what we've done is we just try to go out and get the best possible players we can. We have a lot of guys with pro experience, and then just really be upfront with how we're trying to do philosophy of play, what we expect from them fitness wise, what we expect for them defensively, the things that we want to accomplish, and bringing them all on board. Together. This is the first year that I think I've been here that we really have a selection headache. There are 16, 17 guys who deserve to be playing. Where in the past there's definitely 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 guys who deserve to be starters, but is it really, we're kind of filling the pieces. And this year there is such a selection headache in goalkeeping, defending, midfield, attackers. It's I guess it's a nice problem to have, but we're hoping we can get everybody some minutes and get everybody time to keep them all rolling on the same page.
Yeah, as compressed as this season is, I'm guessing you're going to need at least 16 or 17 throughout the year. You've got a big one coming up tomorrow night right off the bat. How difficult is it to have such a high-profile game, to start the season?
Well, we played, Gannon and then Mercyhurst. It's always 2 of the biggest games for us. I think last year we played Gannon, and we made the mistake. The previous year, they were the #1 team in the region by the NCAA. So we went to that game, first game of the season, so much emotion, and we played really, really well, but I think we emotionally were spent, and then we turn around 36 hours later and try and play Mercyhurst, and we were dead, and I think they were the better team on the day. last year, and they beat us in overtime. So I think this year we're a little bit more. I think everybody's a bit more mature. We're a little bit more professional and clinical about how we're going about it as a squad. You can see that through the team. They're preparing for this in a very professional manner, and we have a game plan to go out and win there. And we think we have such a talented roster this year that we should be able to be the better team in every game we play. I mean, that's what we're trying to accomplish. And I think they're going to go into this game much more clinically instead of playing on so much emotion like we did last year.
Well, one of the benefits of experience is having that under your belt. But in addition to Mercyhurst and Gannon being so good of opponents, it's opening night. You've got the NSCAA thing behind you, so you've got a lot of energy that you need to manage. Is that your main challenge tomorrow?
I think so. I think it is. It's just keeping them focused on the task at hand. And we have 3 big games in 6 days, and I think keeping the focus on one game at a time, but not putting too much emotion. Not one of those games is make or break. So they're 3 big games, but it's not one of them is a final. Not one of them is a cup final. Not one of them is a conference final. So we've just got to go into it and respect our opposition, but come out and give our best and give our best as a squad with 16 or 17 guys like we talked about earlier, and maybe manage those emotions where we're just not getting so excited if we win, or we're not down if we lose, but we go out there and give it our best. And we're just going to, the TV's something different. I mean, with so many international guys on our roster, they love being able to have their parents watch it, even though it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning back in the UK, and it's 9 o'clock at night in Brazil. And I can't even tell you what time it is in New Zealand. Probably going to be played on Saturday at some point in New Zealand. I'm not sure, but that's great for them, and I think they'll give their best so that they can show their parents and their girlfriends what they're doing, which is it's always a nice little boost for us.
And of course, the exposure for not just those individual players, but for your program and the University of Charleston as well.
Yeah, I've got to thank the athletic director Brent Stevens and Travis Chandler for all their work on that. I think Brent has really sort of backed us for that, and she said, "Yep, we're going to do it. We're going to get you on the national TV broadcast there on the website, and just and go for it." And she's really backed it. She was 100% supporter of it, and it's really she's been fantastic for our program. She's backed us to the hilt in everything I've wanted to do, and can try and take this forward. So hopefully we can repay some of that faith.
Well, and of course, we're sure you will put on a great show and show everybody what UC has. Take a little bit to take us through the squad. You mentioned how deep you are, but just if you could, just give us a few of the highlights of your roster.
I mean, some of the highlights, I don't want to leave anybody out, but probably, from the back, we got a sophomore, Jake Young, centre back, who had an excellent freshman year last year. He come from the West Ham Academy. Very good player. Central midfield, we have a lot of talent. I think the kind of standout guy is Connor Branson. He's a guy I think should be an All-American. He's a guy who has MLS potential, I believe. A couple of new guys, Kevin Voigt has come in, German guy, big, tall, strong, focused, quick athlete, lovely pass for the ball. He should be one to watch for. And then up front, we have Renan Ramos as a Brazilian. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. If we could ever get the best out of him, he could be the best player in the country, without a doubt. He's got the skills, he's got the ability to beat people, to change games, to score goals, to make it all happen. So if we can get the best out of him, which is, that's always the difficulty, getting the best out of players. But if we can get the best out of him, we should do big things. And then our other centre forward, we got a big centre forward, Gusto Maciel, is one of our captains with Connor Branson. He's a big target man. He's skillful. He's deceptively quick. We hope he can have a major impact in games and kind of go on to be one of those 15, 20 goal scorers over the course of the season.
When you look back on the year and when it comes December time, what do you think will be the key? What will have been the key to your season?
What will have been the key to the season if we get to the end of the middle of December? I think it's going to be togetherness. I think it's going to be mentality, positivity, because this is probably the strongest squad I've ever worked with in college, and that includes the Michigan team that went to the Final Four. I think we are deeper from goalkeeper all the way through to forward than any team I've ever worked with. So if we can stay on the right page and we can keep it positive and we can respect each other and not get too down, not get too high, I think that'll be the key to the season, and we could look back and have a very, very special season this year based on the talent that we have, if we can keep positive, keep respecting each other, keep together as a squad. You know, we have a lot of big egos on this team, a lot of guys who come through professional programs and come through really great soccer educations, and just getting them all to kind of buy into what each other brings, and the skills of their teammates, and the strengths of the whole squad. I think if we can do that, we'll be smiling at the end of the season.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for taking some time with us here today. Best of luck, not just tomorrow night, but for the rest of the year. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Adam. Take care.